Record. Welcome everybody to Diamond Zone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, let's talk about a little bit about where we finished up yesterday. First of all, please remember, guys, this Saturday, we're having a big event here in Southern California. It starts at 10 o'clock. We go to 4. It's an all-day training in Orange County. So if you are familiar with Orange County, the John Wayne Airport, right across the street, there's a hotel called the Atrium. We will be there. It's in Irvine, and it's going to be a great training. So if you guys know anybody in Southern California, obviously, please make sure you're notifying them. I always say anybody within 500 miles, because we got people flying in from Vegas, from Salt Lake City. We got people coming in from Phoenix. So that's going to be a great event. And we will confirm the exact dates, but we are going to be going into Denver for 3 days in April to work with that group out there. Dawn Marie is very excited about putting 10,000 people in the room. So was it 10,000, Dawn Marie, or did I get that wrong? I muted her. No, I'm just teasing about the 10,000. But if you have people out there, we're going to give you some dates of when we're going to be out in Denver. But just to recap yesterday's call, the purpose of yesterday's call was really to make sure everybody understands that, when you go out and you talk to people, you got to understand that people are full of fear and doubt. And we've made that point thousands of times. And when excitement meets fear and doubt, what normally happens? Well, it's a battle. Okay, here you are, the brand new excited distributor, and you're meeting somebody that's stuck in their ways, right? And they're trying to tell you that they're okay and they're happy, and you're trying to share with them that they can see something they can't see. So this is the battle that's always going on. And so when you have people saying no, and you have people that are not taking the necessary steps you want them to take, you have to understand why. And the way you understand why is, okay, look at you before you made this decision. Because I always ask the question, right? How would you talk to you? How would you talk to you? Because let's face it, were you not at some point full of fear and doubt? Well, where did it come from? Okay, it came from what we know. Because I'm a firm believer, right? See, I'm the smartest guy in the world. Here's my brain. All you know is all you know, right? And here comes somebody, sorry, trying to tell you something you don't know. And we automatically, in most cases, we put our hands up. So what we always want to try to do is we want to try to break people down through information. But the only way they will receive the information, right, is if you find what they're looking for. And these are the conversations we talk about almost every morning. And the reason I like to keep talking about them, because I know if you're out there doing this business, everything I'm going to talk to you about today, you're going to shake your head. You're going to go, oh, yes, I know that, because you're out there taking the journey. And when people ask me all the time, right, if I'm talking to people, am I going to get better? Absolutely. Because there's only so many things people will say to you. Eventually, you'll be equipped to talk to everybody about everything. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. But like I said yesterday, my concern are the people that are on this call. My concern is not all the people that are telling you no. You guys understand when you hear no's, that's a good thing? A no is your step to success. The only way it isn't if you allow a no to stop you. But I will tell you this, in any other business we've been in, and this is over 24 years, if we talk to 10, we might get 1. Here, I will tell you, if we talk to 10, we're getting 3 to 4. And the reason why, and I said this to a group last night that I did a launch call with, it's because we have something so unique right now, people will at least open the video and watch it. That's the first step. See, before, sometimes they would not even open my information. Why? Because everybody has a weight loss product. Everybody has the super energy drinks. Everybody has the face creams. But we have something unique. And this is why we have to all strike when the iron is hot. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to stay hot for about 18 months. And all of us have this time frame. This is how you have to think about this business. We have this time frame to build the base that's going to take us for the rest of our life. That's my mindset. People say, Jeff, Lisa, you work so hard. Not really. Not really. Compared to what? Compared to 14-hour days in a health club? No, I'm not working that hard. Okay, why? Because I'm on this call every morning? See, I enjoy this. But see, I know what could happen over the next 18 months. I know if we all have this mindset, and some of you need to hear this. Now, I'm going to emphasize this. Some of you need to hear this. Some of you are at the point, right, of burning the boat. Okay, now remember, let the right ears hear this. Some of you are at the point of burning the boat. You know what burning the boat means? You have to make this work. It's a different mindset when you have to make it work. Lisa and I are here not to see if it works. We're here to make it work. Big difference. Big difference when the bills are coming in and you have to pay your bills with this. I'm not suggesting everybody here burns the boat. I'm saying, okay, if you have, okay, the vision of financial independence, sometimes you got to go all in. But don't do it, guys, and sacrifice your financial situation. You follow what I'm saying? Okay, we know we have to go out there and make this thing happen. So it's different that way. So whatever you want out of this business, you have to let us know. Because I'm here and we want to make sure we set realistic expectations. I did a 3-way call yesterday with somebody. And I sat down with the person and I had the distributor on the call with me. I said, listen, before I even talk to you, let me make sure you did the right things. I said, did you get started? He said, yes. Okay, I suggest you do a family pack or above. He said, I'll figure that out. I said, now I want to make sure, okay, you're on our loyalty program. The guy was fighting me on the loyalty program. I said, listen, there's no even need for me to even go further on this get started training with you. Because I'm trying to figure out, and I use this analogy, and you guys have heard me use this before. I said, listen, when you join a health club and you buy the membership, you don't get in shape. You only get in shape if you come and take direction from people that know how to get you in shape. And if I went to the health club and I want to get in shape and the trainer says, do 20 of these, and you say, well, why? Well, because I said so. And if the person keeps fighting him every time he tells you to do something, eventually the trainer goes, I can't work with you. Well, before I even went into the conversation, okay, I said, we have to have an agreement, dude. And the agreement is you're going to listen to my direction. And the reason you want to listen to my direction is because I've done it for 24 years and I have your vested interests in mind. And so I said, this is somewhat blind faith. You're going to have faith and I'm going to give you the right information. And let me tell you where that blind faith is not so blind. Why would I want to give you any wrong information if I could earn a percentage off you? Well, that would be a dumb decision. Let me tell you everything that won't work. Let me tell you how to go down the wrong road. And he kind of laughed. I said, this is what we have to have an agreement. So this is why you're doing what I'm telling you to do, because I told you to do it. He goes, okay. And then I had to get that out of the way. Okay, so we can now talk about how to build a business. It's not like, well, let me tell you, let me see, okay, work through you getting on the loyalty program. No, this is the posture you all have to take with people. You're given direction. You're the expert. You're the expert. But what I want to talk about today is the value of where people are and the journey they take when they get involved with World Global Network. Okay? Now, a lot of you, this might be the second time we're doing this because you're going to see trainings over and over again. But let me just tell you where people are at and what launches your business. What launches everybody's business, for the most part, is excitement and enthusiasm. Right? You received something from somebody, and you like what you saw, and you took necessary steps to receive more information, right? And then you all made a decision to get involved with World Global Network. You got to remember your journey. Let me ask you, did you struggle with this decision? Did you sit for weeks in a corner and kind of shake, right? And before you made your decision? Or did you receive the information and pretty much very quickly made your decision? Just answer to yourself, everybody. Then why would it be different for everybody else? Why do you think everybody else needs 16 months, right, to make their decision? I'm telling you, now you know what I mean when I say the right people just do. You're the right people. How many people did it take on this call? Did it take over a week to make your decision? You received something, it excited you enough to take the next step, right? Look at our situation. I was in another company and I spent 16 years there. And I received a 2-minute video, which intrigued me. This is why I want you guys to get your head right. When you send that out and people receive it, I'm telling you very quickly, they're either going to move forward or they're not. If they don't, right, you don't put too much emphasis on them because you gave them the information. Enthusiasm, right, and information helps people make a decision. That's what launches most people's business, is the enthusiasm, right? That's the initial business decision. So it could be what? The 2-minute video and then a 3-way call, maybe a webinar. How many steps did it take you to make before you actually made your decision and bought your product? Think about that. How long was the time frame? See? Yeah, now I'm not going to get everybody's answer, but I pretty much know the answer. Most people moved very quickly. Okay, so the business decision is based on that. But here's what happens in this business. And I'm telling you, and I'm protecting the base. You make your decision, and most people over the next 120 days, if they don't get what they need, they run out of gas. The lifespan in this industry, okay, is 30, 60, 90, 120 days. Why? Because what happens when you get excited, right? You're here, and if you're not getting results or you're not plugged into a system very quickly, guess what happens? The very thing you're trying to get away from takes over. In other words, if you're getting started here, and you're doing this an hour a week or 3 hours a week, and you go back to the job you're spending 10 hours a day at, who has more control over you? Your job does, right? Well, same thing here. Okay, so when you get started, you got to get people fuel. You know what the fuel is? It's knowledge. It's understanding. But the first fuel that you all need is the simplicity of the system. I'll go back to the 3-way call yesterday. Okay, the guy goes, well, okay, now here's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna listen to all the Hilo videos, and then I'm gonna understand the comp plan, and I'm gonna really immerse myself in all this information. You know what I said to him? No, you're not. You do that on your own time if you want to do that, but it's not necessary. I said, listen, I made a lot of money and I didn't even have the helo. So I want you to understand, here we go again, the direction. You got involved because of how you were introduced. And I asked him, how were you introduced? He goes, I was sent a 2-minute video. You weren't sent a video on how helo works. You weren't sent the comp plan. You were sent a 2-minute video. I said, that's what I want you to do. See, I want you to make your business decision based on the simplicity of just going out there and getting traction. And the traction is you getting information into the hands of others. I'm not suggesting you don't want to watch those videos, but you don't make that your business right now. It's not necessary. Okay, I always say, do you want to know about the 8 pounds I lost or the millions I've made? When I was in weight loss, that's what I used to say to people. Okay, in other words, it's the simplicity of the program. So your business decision is based on that. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to and they say, Jeff, okay, be straight with me. We've known each other a long time. What are you doing and what are other people doing to make the kind of money they're making? And I say, I'm sending out this video. You're trying to find the chink in the armor here. You're trying to find, like, I'm trying to hold something back from you. I'm not. That's what people are doing. Now, is it magical that everybody that watches the video goes, I must have that? How do I get involved? No, but it saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of time. So understand the initial business decision. And I want you all to go back to where you were. Understand your business decision. Now, what's going to fuel you so you don't run out of gas is results. And your association with a positive environment. Now, you heard somebody say, I forgot who said it already, beginning of this call. Okay, that I can't believe the support that we have here. Well, you guys are on it. You can see what's on today. 49 people, 50 people. Okay, this is the support. Some people need this. I need this. I need this. This fuels me for my day. See, you're all helping me. You think I'm helping you. You're all helping me. Because I know what? I know I have a group of people that want this to happen. And all I'm going to do is confirm there's nothing here to know. This is a doing business. I'm going to give you knowledge as you take the journey. But have you heard the saying, earn as you learn? That's what this is, earn as you learn. It's not learn and then earn. And the earning is by doing, getting that information. So this is what we want. And a lot of you are on this track. You're moving in the right direction because you're receiving the knowledge as you're doing the business. Okay? But here's what you have to understand of what we have here. This is our business. We all have a great opportunity. And you've seen different aspects of this, right? The globe of all the things that this company provides you, owning your own business, immediate income, right? You've seen all that. I've sent that out to all of you. Okay? But see, this is a business, and the products are provided by World Global Network. Okay, this is the foundation that we're all building. And every one of these points on this slide is just as important as the next. It's an equilateral triangle. How about that? Okay? I'm impressed with my knowledge. Okay? So products are important. Now, who's in charge of the products? We touched on this yesterday. World GN. I am not in the product business. That's their business. They determine what they're going to drop into the consumer base. My business is to add as many people as I can using WGN products. That's my business. And the more products they bring in, the better opportunity I have. And here's what I love. The reason we're getting such great traction is because this is a product that nobody has right now in network marketing. And remember I said we have about an 18-month head start? Because don't think that other people won't copy what we're doing. There's a saying in business, it's called rob and duplicate. Okay, so eventually people will have this product, but does it matter? Do you think McDonald's cares that Burger King came into the market? No. There's always going to be a segment. Well, once we build our base, now what's our base based on? What separates our product from all the rest? Here we go again. It's the opportunity attached to it. This is the one thing you all have to embrace. Well, it's not that what makes my product better than yours is that we have blood sugar levels that we could look at, or blood alcohol levels. My product's not better than yours because we have a mosquito shield. This is where you got to get your head right. Your product is better than most people's because there's an opportunity attached to it. Now, let's just take the product right now. Do I believe we have the best product in the market right now? Yes, but you all know what I'm going to say, right? Why is mine the best? Because I'm marketing this product. I'm not marketing, right? McDonald's is not marketing Burger King's product. You're marketing Hilo, so of course it's the best. So when you allow people to understand that, and then you look for people that are looking for an opportunity. And people struggle with this one. How do you know if someone's looking for an opportunity? Just ask the question. Do you keep your business options open? It's real simple. Do you keep your business options open? Great, I found something. I found something very exciting, new in the market. In fact, I'm first to market this in the United States. If I sent you this 2-minute video, would you watch it? Just ask the question. I know there's many different aspects to this. That's a whole nother training, guys, to find out where people are, right, and what they do. But I just always ask. I was working out at the gym yesterday, and afterwards, some of you know my routine, right? I work out, and every day then I go in the sauna. And I go in the sauna because people, they're done with their workout, and they're relaxed. And it's amazing how this conversation starts to happen. So I see this guy every single day. Okay, and I always say, how's it going? We always talk. I said, what kind of business are you in? And he went down this long road of how he's changed jobs the last 3 times in the last 11 years. And he's finally got something he's excited about. And I said, do you keep your business options open? He goes, yeah, what do you do? And it opened up the conversation. And then he went to the pool, and I went to the pool, because that's where I do my phone calls in the afternoon. Do you guys think I'm working hard? I'm doing phone calls by the pool, just so you all know, okay? So that's where I do my 3-way calls. So we're sitting there, and I'm passing by. I go, is that your cell phone? What is that, your cell phone? I go, you have your cell phone, right? I go to this website. He went to the website. He watched the 2-minute video, and then we talked for 45 minutes. No, I don't know what's going to happen, but what was so hard? See, some of you run this business like you're having a root canal. Okay? It's like, hang on a second. I don't know what to say. Do you keep your business options open? I'll say this to my warm market, to cold markets, right? Do you have other streams of income coming in? People today know they need multiple streams of income. It's not like it was 40 years ago, where people believe they're going to stay with one company their whole life and retire with the gold watch and the pension. They know that doesn't exist anymore. So now when you're not like this person to defend against when you talk about multiple streams of income. But you don't know unless you ask the question. Just try it. Just try it. See what people say. The worst thing they might say, yes, but what is it? Okay? Now, how do you fill in that blank? Okay, I just point. That's what I did. I just went like this. He goes, well, what's that? I said, it's like having a doctor with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, is it like that Fitbit? No. He said, why? I said, because mine pays me. Silence. What do you mean it pays you? Here we go. You see, now is just a conversation. Before I went any deeper, I just said, watch this video. Now, is that not the opportunity? I'm looking for people that want an opportunity. And when they get involved, what do we provide? Just as everything is equal. Products are not more than opportunity. Opportunity is certainly not more than training. Now we provide something where people go, man, these people do what they say they're going to do. I don't know why that people go, but I never seen so much support here. Well, this is all we've ever known, is giving people support. Why? Because I know what I needed when I was taking the journey. I know why Lisa became successful in this business, because somebody was there to make sure, okay, that when she hit the roadblock or the landmine, that it was okay to keep going. That's why. It's not whether or not you hit landmines or pitfalls. It's how you react when you hit one. And the biggest roadblock most people are going to hit is a no. But you got to understand what your need and what people need and what they want. This is distributor need trading. What people think they want. I need to understand the helo. How does it work? What do I say if? Tell me if you guys haven't heard that. And we think we have to answer it. I need to understand the helo. No, you don't. I don't understand the helo, and I've made a fortune. Do you understand? And we went through this yesterday, right? Do you understand how your phone works? How does it work? I don't know. I'm not a technology person. I just know that when I put it on and I ask for my heart rate, it gives it to me. I don't say how do you work? I don't know. Do you ask the doctor when he puts the blood pressure cuff, how does that work? No, you assume it works. Why? Because the doctor's doing it. Before you walk on, before you get on a plane, you go, I have to make sure I got to check out this pilot. I want to make sure he's certified. I want to make sure he wasn't drinking. No, you have blind faith. You walk on the damn plane, you sit down, you go, I hope this works. But when it comes to technology and when it comes to something like this, then people are trying to get you off track because they think this is intellectual. It's things they think they have to say. And here's why. A lot of distributors, now these are distributor training, not the people you're talking to. They're doubting their decision. Fear is coming in. If you go down this road, if you find yourself talking like this, you're doubting your decision. You're fearful it won't work. Maybe some of yours don't work. How about that one? What if you're one of the 5% of, remember they say 5% failure rate in technology? Do you know Lisa's helo didn't work for the first 3 weeks? Didn't matter. It didn't matter because mine worked perfectly. It's technology. But see, what people need, this is what people need. Don't go down this road. What I need you to understand is it's 10% product training, 10% comp training, 80% you training. Caitlin, what are you doing? Are you exercising? 80% you training. That's what people need. It's the understanding. Okay, and the reason why, okay, you need this because it's a difficult period. A lot of people, many people can't take the heat and they can't deal with the fear. I always say, fear and doubt will always be with you guys, always. I struggle with it every day. I struggle with it. It just doesn't overwhelm me and paralyze me. It used to overwhelm me where I wouldn't do anything because I was afraid of the outcome, or I knew the outcome. And then somebody finally said, if you know the outcome, how can it have any control over you? If you know what people are going to come at you with, you know how to defend yourself. And that's all we want to do. I want to make sure you guys are armed to go out there. Now, here's your ammunition. 2-minute video. Your excitement, your enthusiasm, and you going through the numbers you have to go through. That's it. And when you do it that way and you have fun with it, okay, this becomes a game. But here's what you all have to understand. You're going to go through these stages. Now, before I make that statement, understand, if you brought me into the business, me and Lisa, obviously we're seasoned network marketers. We're not going to choke like a baby. We're not going to be in stage 1. I'm talking about a brand new person that you're bringing in that have no understanding. They have the desire, but they have no understanding. Maybe that's some of you. But I will tell you that if you bring that new person in, it's like a newborn baby. Would you bring in a newborn baby, okay, into the world, right, and expect them to be self-sufficient? No. See, a new distributor to me is like a newborn. They need to be burped. They need their diaper changed. Right? Some distributors are colicky. They cry a lot. I understand all this. Okay, they want someone to hold their hand. They have no understanding that when they send that video or they talk to people, that the objections they're getting are normal. They think they're the only ones hearing them. So what does that do? It puts them in a shell, right? Oh my gosh, this is awful. I thought this would be easy. No, the system is easy. Dealing with people is the hard part until you understand this training. Because the objections that people are giving you, they really don't want answers. This is the hardest thing for new people to understand. They don't want to know. Do you really think they want to know how the helo works? Do you really believe that? No, they just think that's the natural thing to say. They're trying to take you off your game. They just want to watch you squirm. If you know what I said to somebody, I go, okay, so you must be a technology expert. So if I told you how it worked, you would understand me, right? He said, well, not really. I said, well, then you really don't need to know, right? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, let's just think about this. Let's put this to bed. I know nothing about the helo. And let's say all of you knew exactly how it worked. And we both sold one to a person. Right? And you told them everything about it. I told them that I just said put it on your wrist because I don't know how it works. Who gets better results? Because you know everything about it, does that person's helo work better than mine? No. They both put it on their wrist. It's people just think they have to. Now, people get really excited about putting you on the hot seat. You're going to be put on the hot seat. But understand the questions coming your way, how do you deal with them? Here's the answer when you're in this phase. Pull the expert in. 3-way calls. When Fran pulled me in yesterday to this call, I said, Fran, I'm not doing the call unless you're on it. Because now, at least if I know you're on it, I'm training you when these people come at me with their objections. But call Fran and ask her, were there any objections? No, I just gave direction. Because I told them, I'm not here to play around. I'm on this call because I have identified that you said you're serious. Well, if you're serious, I'm going to give you the right direction. Do we have that agreement that we're going to have this working relationship? He said, yes. Perfect. But a new person would say, okay, what questions do you have? I'm not interested in his questions. I'm interested to show him how to build a business. Well, when you pull the expert in and you leverage the system is how you get better. I don't want you all to choke. I don't want you all to spit up your food. I want you guys to start to crawl. I want you guys to start to walk. I want you guys to start to fly. And this is how you get out of stage one. You send out the videos. How many times you've heard this? And when someone bites, pull the experts in right now. Because my job is to get you to be the expert so you can then do, so Fran can now do her own calls with her own people. Right? Because I'm telling you guys, it's going to be the same questions. I have yet to hear anything really new. Ever. I know when I know it's going to, I'm going to be hit with one of 5 or 6 different ways. And it's the same things I hear over and over and over again. And I know how to take care of it. And this is how you learn. Number 2 stage that you'll go through when you take this journey, right, is growing. You start to have insight into what you've learned. You have more understanding of why people say the things they do. You're not shocked when they say, I have to know how the helo works. I got to ask my wife. Okay, I'm not going to do that loyalty program yet. Right? I want to make sure this. I want to make sure that. I have no time. You know where this is coming from. It's all coming from fear and doubt. Now, these people who are growing, they still have a tough time dealing with the way they're responding. So maybe at this point, you're still not released. You're still pulling people in, but you're pulling better people into the conversations. Do you know what I'm talking about? You're not pulling somebody in that says, okay, I need to know more about you could take care of that one. You're pulling more seasoned people in now into a conversation. Difficult problems than what they had started with. This is the distributor. But here's what happens when you're growing. You expect to be put on the hot seat. You're comfortable with it. And when that happens, this is the only way you get better at this is to go out there and do it. I'm telling you guys, you know what starts to happen when you start to get to stage 2? You start to have fun with it. I start playing head games with them. They're not playing head games with me. See, in the beginning, everybody's playing head games with you. And you're sitting there going, oh my God, this is the worst thing in the world. Eventually, you start playing back. Because stage 3, which a lot of you are now in, a lot of you are still in stage 1 and 2, but a lot of you now are starting to go to stage 3. You're growing leaps and bounds. A better understanding of people makes it easier to have a good attitude. Now, how do you understand people? Do you understand you? If you understand you, you understand people. I know exactly why people say what they say because I was that person. Does that make sense? I was the most negative person to Lisa when she got involved with network marketing. Don't you dare do it. Those things don't work. I came at her with every possible thing. And somebody got her and said, when you go home, because your husband wasn't at this meeting, I'm telling you he's going to be negative. They prepped her. So when she came home, she had this attitude on her. Well, don't you tell me you weren't at that meeting. I said, who got to you? Where's Lisa? I saw a different change. She goes, now, if you want me to listen to you, like she was repeating a script. If you want me to listen to you, you better come to a meeting so you could understand what I saw. Whoa. Because how can you give me advice on something you didn't even see? But you know what? Best thing to ever happen is that person gave her direction because they knew that usually if the spouse isn't there, that's the most negative person. It's the person closest to you. And she just held firm. And she said, by the way, okay, don't tell me not to do it. I already did. Whoa. I put $3,000 on a credit card and I started my business. Now, where do I go with that? It was Fear and doubt meeting excitement. Well, see, this is what happens. See, that person gave Lisa the right information because they anticipated what she was going to face when she went home to talk to the person that wasn't there. They prepared her. Okay, but this is what starts to happen. You're going to be facing the same thing when you go out there and talk to people. You're going to face the negative spouse. You're going to face the negative sisters and brothers. You're going to face the negative warm market. But I want you to lose the word negative. They just don't understand yet. My fear and doubt was my lack of understanding. But until I was open to understand, it really didn't make a difference, right? Do you keep your business options open? Honey, we need an opportunity. Why don't you at least look at what I'm doing? I'm doing it. I'm going. And so she appealed based on our situation. It was just my ego and go, we're not doing that. Well, what are we holding on to? You're making less and less every year, right? You're never going to become the CEO. The industry is going through changes. We got to do something. And so she was talking to me a lot differently. Can some tell the lady who is bouncing to get her to turn off her video? I'm getting dizzy. So anyway, guys, you start to understand how attitude determines altitude when you're here. It's your attitude. And just got to understand, some people just aren't where you want them to be. Remember yesterday, you want it more for others than they want it for themselves. But I will tell you this, people's situations change. Every day, people's situations change. But this is where you start to understand people and you let them take their journey. Just because I want to get to our financial goals doesn't mean everybody wants the same thing I want. But you got to find out what they want. This is what opens them up. Okay, stage 4, master builder. You understand now what people are going to say before they even say it. How many of you guys believe you know sometimes what people are going to say? I was reading, sorry. Okay, don't chat with me. I'm so ADD, okay? So understand what people are going to do before they even say it. I know what's going to come out of people's mouths. Okay? You have gone from being on the hot seat. Have you guys done this yet? To put people on the hot seat. You know how you put people on the hot seat? Ask questions you know they want to solve. I know where people are at. If I flop somebody, you all know flop now, right? If I flop somebody, I know exactly where they're at. Think about this. If someone told you where they live, what they do, right? How many kids they have, and whether or not their wife works or their spouse works, could you not pretty much determine where they are financially? And then once I know that, can I not put them on the hot seat? Of course I can. I want to watch their response to nice questions. How's your business going? Has the economy affected you? Do you travel a lot? I'm asking questions I know the answers to. You know the rule with attorneys, right? An attorney will never ask a question unless they know what the answer is. So I know the answer. And I know if they're lying, and I know if they start to squirm. If they start to squirm, I know I've hit the hot button. I want to watch their response. It's here where you begin to master the people business. Think about all the things that you'd like to solve. And think of what this opportunity offers people. Who doesn't want something we offer? And the only way we open that door is by sending out a 2-minute video. That's it. See, that's the initial what I'm receiving. But before sometimes they receive that, okay, you got to have them open to receiving the information. Now, you could just go out there and just send it out to people. Of course you can. That works. I'd rather people do that. Don't think you got to develop your people skills in order to send out a video. I don't want, that's the other thing I don't want you to think about here. Oh my God, I got to become a master builder before I send out the video. Guys, listen, I'm just showing you when you're talking to people, okay, that when you hear a no, it makes no difference. Who cares? They decided not to take the journey. That's all. If they don't want to take the journey, it doesn't matter. There's so many more people out there. What's driving our business is the simplicity of it. But as I bring people in, I know where they're at. See, I know right now, I'm so in tune with our organization. I know where all of you are. I know what stage you're at. I know who's taking more control of your organization. I know who still needs help and who has us on three-way calls. I get it. Okay, but that's me developing, and because I'm looking for what? My leaders. I need, you know what I mean? I need 6 to 7 master builders. If I have 7 master builders in my organization, we're making $1 million a month. Because I know my numbers. I know what a master builder controls. A master builder is going to control between $100,000 to $200,000 a pay cycle. Well, just run the numbers, times that by 7, right? And take my 20% of that, and you tell me if I'm not making what I want to make. So it's not the masses, it's taking people through the stages. But remember, I have 120 days. You have 120 days to get people results before they make that decision to be in or out. That's just the lifespan. Okay, but if I break that down, I got to get people usually within the first week to get some results. You got to get people moving quickly. That's why the sending of the video helps people make that initial decision. I could do that. That's all I want. The rest will take care of itself as they take the journey. All I want people to say is, I can do that. I'll open up my contact base to you. Now, let me ask you all a question. Do you believe the support is going to be there as you bring people in? Now, that should make you very comfortable to what you're bringing people into. See, it's not them, it's us. It's us being comfortable. It's us not being full of fear and doubt. How many times you heard me say it? I said it yesterday. When I do a three-way call, when I do a Zoom meeting, when I do an opportunity presentation, do you really think I'm doing it for the guest? I'm not. Okay, some people might argue with me on this one, but I don't care. I'm not doing it for the guests. I'm doing it for you all. I want you. You're the ones that made the decision. I'm not trying to get them. I know if they sense that that person is really helping the base, that'll help them make the decision. See, I do it differently. I want to keep you in. You made the decision. We're worried about the people that didn't. That's easy. Sponsoring's easy. Keeping people is hard. That's why we do these calls every day. Okay, I'm doing these calls because I want to make sure you continue your journey. Why? I only need 7. Now, I'm going to have better chances if I sponsor 500 to get 7, right? 7 to 10, whatever that may be. So I want you to understand why we do what we do. And this is why you're going to do what you do. The most important person is your upline. That's your most important person. The most important person to me is Jeremy, Chad. Those are the important people. They've made the decision. That's the structure. That's what allows everybody else to feel comfortable in. So I want you to feel comfortable what you're bringing people into. Now, tell me if that's worth $2,000. You tell me. And tell me if you don't talk to people differently now. This is how you get good in the business. And this is the whole thing right here. And I'm going to shut up. Okay, you guys have seen this. You're here in the middle, okay? And you know that World Global Network is in the people business, but every one of you has unbelievable potential. It's trying to get you to tap into it. The only way you start to get results is by you taking the action. Through action, you get belief. And remember, a no or a yes is the same result. A no or a yes is the same result. It's a positive one. Because if you get a no, you've done something to get the no, which means you took action. And whether you get a no or a yes, it should build your belief. You know what you did wrong, you know what you did right, because you took action. The worst thing is no action. And you're going to get a result. I want my result. Yes or no? I hate the I don't knows. If you have a bunch of I don't knows or people in that middle ground, okay, you're not getting the result. My job is to give them information so they make a decision. I love no's. Without no's, you don't get wealthy. So that's the training, guys. Okay, just understand where you're at, but more importantly, here's the other thing. Identify where your people are at. Be there for them when they're choking like a baby. Okay, be there as they're growing leaps and bounds. Okay, because I want to get that baby to be the rebellious teenager. Right? Because eventually you're going to go, I know it all. I don't need my upline anymore. You'll hit that phase too. Then you know, but then you move out of the house. And then you realize your parents didn't know what they were talking about. That's this journey. That's this journey. So anyway, appreciate all of you guys. Okay, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, but obviously we have a full slate of three-way calls today. We're here for you, whatever you guys need. But utilize the system, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you, guys.